And we're back. Doing a 4-phase audit for a client that we just got, that I just got, that you get to participate in. They paid me $800 for this audit, and this is with a template that you can use to sell $800 audits as well if you'd like. This is going to be for a roofing company. And by the way, guys, if you ever want to listen to the music I listen to, I have a playlist on Spotify called SEO Pros. I would check it out if you like the type of music I listen to. If you don't like the type of music I listen to, I won't get my feelings hurt. Alright, so let's get into this stream. What up, bro? Alright, let's get the lowdown for this client. Just open up the email off the screen real quick. So I asked for a list of the competitor URLs, which are right here. I asked for Google Analytics and Search Console access. So let's go see if we got that. What's up, Joel? And the website is something roof. There it is. All right. So first thing we want to do is we want to open up our Screaming Frog. And it's already open, so we're good. Next thing we want to do is we want to open up our new template. So we're going to go to Google Drive. We're going to duplicate the template we already have. We'll just download it actually. Then we'll go ahead and re-upload it. And once it's re-uploaded, we're going to go ahead and open it up. And once we open it up, we're going to change the name of it. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to delete all of our pre-existing Screaming Frog data. And we're going to do the same thing for phase 2. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, hook up Screaming Frog to all our juicy data. We'll go to Configuration, API Access, Google Analytics, sync it to our account. And we're going to find it. Make sure our date range is from 1/1/2019 to 10/27. Looks good. Press OK. We're going to go to Configuration, go back to API Access, Google Search Console. We're going to connect a new account since it's not on here yet. We're going to allow. Going to go find that property again, and there it is. Everything's going so far so good. I'm going to press OK again. And last thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and sync up Ahrefs. Alright, looks good. So we're pretty much clear to go. At this point, all we have to do is just plug in the URL and start crawling. So let's take the URL, copy it, plug it in, and let's go. Okay. Now we're going to filter by HTML. And we're going to filter by clicks. And we're going to export. Grab our file. File, open, upload. There we go. Now we have it all. I'm going to grab all this, bring it back over, bring it into Screaming Frog. Copy and paste. Got all our conditional formatting in. Looks good. And I'm pretty happy with this. I'm just going to do a quick look at what is going on here. So right now we have about we have about 4 or 5 pages receiving okay traffic. And it's really just the home page, which is what you would expect on a local website. But that's not what we're going to expect for the future of this website. It's just what we're going to expect right now. So we can see the bounce rates aren't terrible. Some of them are. The Google Analytics sessions are decent. They look about, looks like all the traffic's coming from organic. Really, most of it. Conversion rate is okay. Average session duration is not bad. Word count's pretty low. Backlinks, pretty low. Crawl depths on these pages is good. Title tags are pretty under. So it doesn't look like they've done a lot of that. I'm expecting that their click-through rate optimization is probably going to be pretty bad for their click-through rates. So we'll look by the last 12 months again. And we're going to look at our click-through rates. So for the keywords, the brand keywords, obviously you're going to have high click-through rates, but we got a 1.2% click-through rate for their top keyword, which is Really bad. And it's probably tying into what we're seeing here. All right, cool. So let's go into phase one. Just get this out of the way. Get the easy part out of the way. Let's make sure the site redirects the preferred version, and I believe it does based on the Screaming Frog crawl. We got the We got the 301 redirect. Where's the redirect? A lot of client errors. That's kind of weird. Got a lot of 404 pages. But I'm not seeing any redirects, actually. So maybe it's not happening how we thought it would. Ooh, yeah, that's a problem. So they got two versions of the website being indexed. The WW and the non-WW. Which, that alone could be worth the audit. Simply by removing a non-redirected site so that it will redirect could potentially remove half of the problem with the website, which is really duplicate content. So that's a big issue that we identified right off the bat. We got a fave icon, do we, on the site? We do, so that's a pass. Let's go ahead and check out the robots.txt by right-clicking on Screaming Frog and opening up robots.txt. And we don't even have a robots.txt on this site. So this isn't going well so far. Those are supposed to be Z's. Let's see. The sitemap obviously isn't included in the robots.txt. Hopefully there's a sitemap.xml. Ah, God. So whoever was in charge of doing SEO for this website, I don't know if anybody was. They obviously weren't doing a very good job. Let's see if a sitemap was even submitted. Looks like it was, but it just no longer exists, I suppose. Okay, here it is. It's just not an XML site. Well, it is an XML sitemap. It just doesn't have the XML extension. And I'm assuming the reason why... Wait a second. I'm assuming why they don't have it auto put in is because they're not using plugins, because this isn't a WordPress website. I don't actually know what site this is made on. Oh, so it's just programmed in PHP or October CMS. PHP CMS platform based on the Laravel framework. So I'm not going to be able to do any of the implementations through PHP, but I can definitely recommend them. So we're going to try to recommend that we want to change the sitemap to at least include XML extension and properly submit it to Search Console without errors. And let's see what these errors are about, because I don't really know. Invalid date. Looks like the modification date isn't present on here. HTML sitemap and footer. Now, I don't even think they have an HTML sitemap in the first place. They got 2017 copyright in the footer. They're really not doing well so far. And let's just add in there. Let's check out their about page. Oh, there it is. What's up, Truth Seeker? What's up, ZZ? Oh, cool. They got some drone footage.
We believe that there are 3 elements. We are one of the... If you need a new roof,
see how many views this video has.
The right one, and we believe that your budget.
183. It's not a whole lot.
If you need your roof
repaired, they got those too.
We will evaluate the damage.
Do they have a terms of service and a privacy policy?
It does not matter how damaged your roof is. We'll help you solve any issue.
They don't.
Our highly experienced staff is ready and able to tackle any roofing issue you have.
Do they have any unsecured content?
Whether it's metal roofing or Spanish tiles, siding or gutter issues, when it comes to your home,
SSL.
the most important element to picking the right roofing contractor is trust.
Let's check out their URL structure. And one way you can do this, you can actually just check it out here.
Call us today for a free inspection.
If you click on this, it'll just show you the tree table view.
We are your local experts.
And here we have the areas served. So these are a lot of doorway pages that I'm pretty sure none of these are getting any traffic. If we go and look at the clicks on these, they all have about 0 sessions. And I'm wondering how much of those are duplicate content. Let's go ahead and do a SiteLiner scan while we're at it. Oh, you guys don't have to smash the like button. I'm just here to help. That's what I'm here for. If you want to press the like button, you totally can. I'm not gonna ask you to do that, but I definitely did ask you to do that in my last video. I cared a little bit more about that one. I need to stop asking for likes though. All right, duplicate content. So yeah, look at this. Some of these pages have, well, obviously we can't be very biased about this because there's 2 versions of the website being indexed. But if we look at this page, which is Woodlands TX Roofing Company, we can see that this is basically the same as Katy, Missouri Roofing Company. It's about the same exact page. So, with that being said, that's going to be in more phase 2 type stuff, but obviously that needs to be fixed. The URL structure, though, based on Screaming Frog, looks pretty decent. We have about, and then the final URL. The URLs aren't too long, about 3 to 5 words each. We have the different categorized residential and then roofing systems. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this categorization here. I don't have any problems with it. Let's just get a visualization really quick about what's going on here. So we have obviously the home page, crawl depth 1, in links 46, which is decent. Word count 654 could be a lot better. And the title tag is obviously not really cutting it. Main keywords can be pulled to the left. And if we keep going through all these, we can see that we actually have silos going on through locations. So Baton Rouge right here, LA Roofing Company, goes to roofing systems and then all of these subcategories. But this isn't getting any Google Search Console clicks. And neither are any of these pages. They're all just 404. So this just looks like some sort of something that a company tried to set up, but then they did incorrectly. Looks like they did the same thing here. They tried to silo this, but then they 404'd them, and really they need to be 410ing these pages. So we definitely want to make that recommendation here. 404 pages with no traffic, and honestly, you know, this is already the most I've ever seen for a local site in terms of this many things wrong with it. 404 pages that do get traffic. I don't think there were any, but let's just check double check. So for that, all we have to do is we just go into these 404 pages here, and we just want to make sure that none of these have really any backlinks or clicks or any of that stuff. So as we can see, there's no Google Analytics sessions, and this is over a year period. They're not all non-indexable. They all have 0 UR rating, well, 5 UR rating, but that's just, there's really no reason why they should have a UR rating, unless, I don't know. But yeah, there's no there's no backlinks, there's no inlinks. So these are all going to be safely 410'd. There's no reason to 301 them. Let's see if there's any uncategorized pages. And I don't think I saw a blog, but let me just double check here. Oh, so there's a blog. And it looks like they have /post/ name of post, which you don't always have to have a URL categorized structure. It's not exactly necessary, but we'll just open that in browser and see just in case. And it isn't often that when you're running a PHP site like this that you will see categories. So I'm okay with it not. Obviously there's a problem here. None of the blogs look like they have any title tags specified for them, which is obviously a problem. And we can really see that here, I'm assuming, if we just look at all the things that are blog posts, or sorry, /post. So all of these down here, and then if we go and look at the title tag lengths, we can see, yeah, they're all zeros, so that's obviously a problem. So we'll just do that. We'll just make sure that they know about that as well. But as far as them being uncategorized, I'm not too worried about it. And the overall categorization of the URL structure looks pretty nice. I don't believe I saw any 302s. No, so we're all good there. Let's see if there's a thank you page on this site. I'm actually interested, since there is no thank you page, how they're doing their analytics conversion tracking. So they're only tracking phone calls, I believe. Let's go into behavior, site content, landing pages, and see if this is showing up for anything in the last year. And it looks like there was conversions firing at one point. Let's go see when that was happening. Oh, and it looks like they're still firing. So let's look at the reverse goal funnel and see where it's happening from. Oh, and look at that. There is a thank you page. I'm wondering if that's being blocked by robots.txt. Which would explain why I'm not being able to pull it. Now, obviously, you can block with robots.txt, but it's usually better just to no index it. So you can still see what the analytics are for that page. And that page is no longer showing up. So it must have just recently got removed. Not too sure what's going on here, unless it's maybe on a separate version of the website. And still no. So the only other way we can do this is really just to sign up through here and see what happens. Okay, a pop-up shows up. And it redirected me to a different thank you page. Not sure why. Let's see what this thank you page has in order. And that is the wrong URL. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is an easy fix. This is something that I could easily go and put a dash in, and now they have their conversion tracking being done correctly. And just simply by me doing that, they're probably going to see an increase in conversions by maybe 100%. Now, you might be wondering, well, why wouldn't I want them to see an increase by 100% just by me doing an audit? And the reason for that is because I'm selling them an analysis. I didn't agree to do any implementations. So when I do implementations, I want people to see the maximum effect of what I can offer. So even though I could theoretically fix this in a couple seconds, I don't want to until I propose what the fixes need to be. Because this might be an easy thing for me to find out, but this could take a while. This could take a very long time for somebody else to figure out. Just like all these things on this list. Which is why you really shouldn't underplay what you know, because it might take one person 2 hours to figure out how to implement conversion tracking correctly and whether or not the correct thank you pages are in place and why this isn't being tracked. But for me, it takes me 2 seconds because I've done this over and over and over and over, that I can tell you within a couple seconds of looking at something that the only thing you have to do is add that little dash in there, and boom, your conversions have gone up by 100% over the next month. But I'm not going to do that. So we'll put a Z there. Are all header and footer links working? Easiest way to find that out is just look in our tree. And because we can see that all the links coming from the home page are not 404ing besides email protection, which is just a no index page, so it's not a 404. And that just has to do with Cloudflare. We're not too worried about it. I'm not really sure why this is showing up here. It looks like it's just protecting the email address so you can't grab it on here. And it's just a no index page, so we're fine with that. Okay, indexation. This one's pretty easy. We're just going to go through and make sure that the pages that are indexed should be indexed and the pages that aren't indexed shouldn't be indexed. And the way we do that is we really just go and look at the non-indexable pages, see if there's any traffic in the last year. It doesn't look like there is any. See if there's any content on these pages. Go look at the word counts. They're all 0. We got one page that has 111. It's just the email protection page that we were just looking at, provided by Cloudflare. Now we'll look at the indexable pages. And for the indexable pages, we got all pages that look pretty decent. We got a project gallery, an about page, a roof repair page, a claim insurance guide. We have our different areas, which are all duplicated. This would be something that we'd want to definitely come up with a solution for, but this is going to be based around duplicate content. So the only thing that I'm going to recommend to de-index here or figure out is the duplicated pages. But as far as the thank you page being indexed, we know it's not. As far as the PDFs being indexed, we know they're not. We know there's no dates. We know there's no authors. We know there's no tags, no product tags, no WP directories, no account pages, no media attachments, no category pages. And for the thin content, there are some thin content pages. And really what that's going to revolve around is what we're talking about is the location pages are thin and ununique. Duplicate content. There's no meta keywords on the site, so we're good with that. So far these two sections haven't been too bad. It's really been the first couple sections that were worse. Google Search Console, we do have the correct URL. The sitemap is submitted, but there are errors. There are no manual penalties that I'm aware of. And we're going to find that out by going to Security Manual Actions. No issues detected. We have the correct URL in Analytics, and we do have goals set up, but even though online conversions are being tracked, offline conversions are being tracked, online conversions are not. For schema markup, I'm assuming that there probably isn't a whole lot going on here. I believe there is a way to click on these URLs and see the rich results. Here we go. And I meant to say the structured data testing tool. So we have organization markup on the home page. It should be a local business. We're going to see if any of the pages have open graph data specified, which most of them probably won't. Not seeing anything in the source code. And you can see here we have no OG data showing on the website, at least on the home page. I'm assuming it's not on any other page either. Local business markup is not showing up, so organization markup is showing up, but we're going to check and see if there's any about markup or contact markup. And just more organization markup. So I'm just going to safely assume that there isn't markup done on the about or the contact page. So it needs to not only be taken off the home page, but every page in general. Let's see if the blog has any markup. So I'm assuming that the rest of the website has no markup just because there's only organization markup on every page. We don't need news article markup. We don't need event markup. We don't need open house markup. There's no plugins, so we're just going to make all this NA. And now we're going to check out the Google My Business. So we got a few different areas. I'm assuming based on the title, we're going for Houston first. So we'll just take this and see what happens. And weirdly, this address isn't popping up with their business, unfortunately. Maybe if we just put this part. A different business. So this doesn't look good in terms of their citations. Maybe if we just search their business name. Here we go. So here we can see that we do have the business here. Maybe it's different than what we're seeing on the website. Still not showing up. That's not a good sign. So I'm assuming that there isn't many citations for this business. And the way we can find out is we can head over to Whitespark. Check out my passwords over here real quick. Try one more. Okay, so they must have deleted my account. Because it's saying none of my logins have even exist. I'm not sure why they would kick me out. What's up, DJX? What's up, X-Tech? We're going to enter our location, which is Houston, Texas. We're going to put roof repair, and we're going to search. And while that loads, we're going to have a quick intermission while I go pee. Oh gosh. All right, looks like it's ready to go. See if they show up. Oh man. Look at those exact match keywords. Look at all these. Oh my gosh. This is bad. I mean, the good news is that the citations are so low on these that you don't really have to worry that much, but look at the keyword stuffing on that. I know, I keep spelling it wrong, I'm sorry. That's disgusting. Well, at least we're number 2 here. But for some reason, we're not showing up in Whitespark. So let me go ahead and do a private search. There you are. There they are. Now, one thing I forgot to ask them for was for their Google My Business data. So let me just send an email really quick and say one more thing. Can you grant GMB data access, or just access to I'm at Chase Renner? So we're going to have to grab this individually and do a business search. While that loads, we're going to look and see these different things. We've got a physical address, not a service location. We want the hours to match what's on the website. It says 24 hours. So we're hoping the website says the same thing. And there's no hours. Oh, there it is, 24/7. I'd probably still put the hours in the footer. Can't really tell if they're using multiple categories, so I'll just exit off for now. See if they're responding to their reviews. And they aren't. So they want to do that. They don't have a keyword stuff title tagged. So only about 40 citations. Still more than the competitors, but could probably do better for sure. Now to check if the citations are inconsistent, generally the best way to do this is just to take the address. Or you could use a free service like Moz Local to see something. Just to see how inconsistent they are on main and local indexing platforms. So pretty consistent across these main platforms. Except this one has the building number, these ones don't. So it is a little bit inconsistent. So you probably would want to do a citation cleanup as well. I don't believe the post capability is being used, which you probably would definitely want to do. There's no questions, so that's fine. Promotions, I don't know if that's necessary. Let's check out the images. So services, we got some people, that looks good. So lots of images. Looks pretty decent. Let's look and see what the competition is doing. Oh my gosh, somebody just has roofing as their name. That's kind of interesting. They put an image with text here. That's kind of cool. So not too different. It's interesting because these all say roofing contractor, and this one says roofing contractor in Houston, Texas. Not sure why one says that and the other one doesn't. And you can see here they're responding to the reviews. So it looks like these people might have been watching my videos. And they might not be too happy when they see that they're competing against me. Yeah, these people are responding to the reviews. Or people just know it's good to respond to reviews. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here. What's up, bro? Alright, let's check out the page speed on this website. Alright, we got 6-second load time, so we obviously want to try to bring that up. If we look at the waterfall, we can see that the time to first byte is about 4 seconds. Is that right? So it might be the hosting. You know what it is? It's that live chat. Web design is mobile friendly from what I believe. Looks good. No site search, unnecessary. CTA above the fold for highest traffic pages. Got a CTA there. Yep, looks good. Design's not bad for sure. All right, let's check out the phase 1 results. So yeah, the biggest one would be the site redirects preferred version. Next to the goal setup, the citation count, the responding to the reviews, and the page speed. So we'll do another tab. Call it Phase 1 top issues, site redirect to preferred version, conversion tracking, page speed, probably removing live chat. Adding robots.txt, obviously, somewhere in there. I would also say report businesses with spammy GMB names. There's a lot. Clean up and add citations. That's the biggest stuff. So that's phase 1. Change these all to green. Phase 2. Let's get into it. I'm going to grab everything over here. Bring it into phase 2. Next thing we're going to do, go back to Drive because I need to open up this template just to add the columns back. Put that back over here. Now let's open up Search Console and start mapping all the keywords over. All we got to do for that is open our report. This time we're going to go by a 28-day period. We're going to go ahead and download. Actually, we're going to go by a 7-day period on this one. Oh wow, they do most recent date. Pretty cool. Not enough data for us, but still cool. Download the CSV. And actually, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do it this way because it's going to have to be on a page-by-page basis. And it looks like we're not going to have a whole lot of data to work with here. But we'll put it in anyways. Same keywords. So we're going to have to custom map these, unfortunately. Maybe we can go by a larger date range and download. Upload. See if we can find anything about residential. Map that on over. This is going to be an NA keyword for contact. It's going to be an NA keyword for about. See if we can find anything for commercial. And it actually looks like these are not specifically residential, but actually for gutter repair. So let me actually bring this over so I can see a little bit better. So we're going to take the residential one here and actually bring it down to this line. We're going to go for gutters here and see if we can find anything. And there we go, residential gutters. Roof repair is going to basically be the same, but we could try to go for something like near me. Insurance. Replacement. Siding. The woodlands, I guess, would be one. Okay, we're gonna skip the rest of these. That's basically the main ones. And as we can see, not a whole lot of data. Not a whole lot of data, but that's expected for a site that is a local site that doesn't have a national presence like they probably should in the case that they want to rank very well locally. So we got the phase 2 part keyword mapping done. Grab the Ahrefs page rating, bring it over. Let's go calculate the keyword difficulty. What's up, Roy Genius? How you doing, brother? Gonna sort these from alphabetical order. Should we sort it by alphabetical order? Sure. Alright, so all we really care about is the difficulty and the volume. Well, these were supposed to stay still. Why are these refusing to stay? Oh, you know why? Because I need to freeze 2 rows. I'm so silly sometimes. So we got the difficulty and the volume, and we're just going to go ahead and plug that in right there. Do these all just line up? I don't think so. That's why you have to do them one by one. All right. So these are all the keywords with the highest search rates based on the pages that are ranking, which pretty much correlates with what we thought. Obviously, these are the national keywords here, and then here are the more local. But these could make great blog posts if that's what we wanted to go for. The URL difference is just going to be equals F3 minus G3. And we'll bring that down. And looks good. Except the conditional formatting should be green, not a red. The duplicate content percentage, we can't really check until the right version of the website gets indexed. But we know it's duplicated on the location pages. We know these are all indexable. And we can go check if these are copyscape passed in a second. But yeah, here we go. This is phase 2 benchmarks. Looks pretty decent. We can start moving into phase 3 now. In Screaming Frog, when you set Google Search Console to grab all data from last year, is the clicks column in Screaming showing the amount of clicks that page got in the last year? Yes. To extract keywords, though, we like to put a few competitors in here. Take the first one, plug them in. Go to our top pages. All brand related keywords, so we're not too worried about this competitor. These guys got a little bit more going on, and these are some great keywords that we can steal. All right, so those are some of the top keywords for this competitor. Now, I'm getting real tired, guys, so I'm going to do the rest of this audit of the 4 phases tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first part. If you'd like to see the next part, definitely let me know. And that's it for today. So hopefully you guys got some value from that. I'm going to go take a nap. And by nap, I mean I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, thank you all for joining me today. And I'll see you all very soon. Until I do, happy SEOing, happy marketing. And see you next time.